Hey, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So from today's video onwards, I am going to start with a new playlist, that is Advanced RAG. So in this playlist, we are going to implement Advanced RAG using LangChain and LangGraph, as well as I am going to show you the deployment. So in today's video, we are just going to talk about LLM. If you do not have any idea about LLM, today I am going to give you a very high level idea about it. I am not going to show you any mathematics of it, but I am just going to give you a high level idea regarding LLMs. Okay, then I will show you how you can use LangChain to connect with different LLM providers like OpenAI or Ollama. Okay, so I think we can get started. So what is an LLM? So the full form of LLM is large language model. Okay, so here L for large, another L for language, and M for model. So if you want to think regarding this LLM in a very intuitive manner, so let me give you a good example. So you can think LLM as a super smart robot, okay, that has read almost everything on the internet. What kind of things it has read? Let's say books, articles, websites, conversations, etc. Because it has seen so much text, so it learned how sentences are formed, how people ask questions, what different word means, how to respond like a human. Okay, so robot doesn't think like a human here, guys. It can predict the next best word in a sentence based on what it has learned. That's what large language model does, guys. Okay, and if I want to tell you why large, because it is trained on huge amount of data. It is trained on internet data, guys, and internet has a lot of data. So it uses billions, sometimes trillions of math rules called parameters to understand language. So there are a lot of parameters are used, okay, so that your LLM understand the language. Okay, we call this as parameters. Okay, and now the last questions, like what LLMs can do. It can do multiple things like answering questions, it can write emails, stories, reports or code, it can translate different languages, it can summarize your long paragraph, or it can talk to you like a person. Okay, now I am going to show you how you can access LLMs using LangChain. So there are two providers that today I am going to show you. One is OpenAI, another one is Ollama. OpenAI is a company who came up with ChatGPT, right? I hope you guys know about it. So OpenAI provides paid model. It means you have to take a subscription for that and you have to pay for it. Another option is Ollama. Ollama provides you free or open source LLMs. So today I am going to show you both. Why both? Because for everyone, buying OpenAI subscription might not be feasible. So you can use Ollama, which contains free LLMs or open source LLMs that you can access for free, and you can build your own generative AI based solutions. Okay, great. Let's get started. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to open VS Code here. Okay, I'm going to open VS Code here. I guess my VS Code already opened here. Yeah, my VS Code is already opened here. If you do not have VS Code, you can install VS Code. Okay, no worries on that section. Okay, so what we are going to do, first let me open my terminal and let me create my own virtual environment. Why to create a own virtual environment? Because I do not want to use my global Python, right? Because my global Python may have different kind of libraries installed, right? And it may create some conflict while using LangChain, right? Though we are going to discuss about LangChain in very detail from next video onwards, once I give you the context regarding RAG, how it works. But today just I want to show you how you can use LangChain to connect with different kind of LLM providers. Okay, so how you can create a new virtual environment. For that you need to run this command python -m .vnv .development. If I just press enter, you will see one new virtual environment will get created in my system, and it may take some time, and it is created now. Okay, and now I need to activate my environment, right? Because whatever code I am going to run in this development environment, right? So for that I need to activate the environment. So what I need to do for that? Simple, guys. I need to do this development scripts and activate. If I run this command, you will see development is coming here. That means my new virtual environment is activated. Okay, so the next step is I need to create a new file, requirements.txt. okay, requirements.txt. so this file will contain the libraries that I am going to use. As I said, today I am going to show you from two LLM providers, right? One is OpenAI, another one is Ollama. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to install those libraries. So to install those libraries, I have to mention those library names inside this requirements.txt file. So let me do that. So the first library name is LangChain, OpenAI, and next one is LangChain. Sorry, there's a typo in LangChain. Yeah, the next one is LangChain, Ollama. Okay, I will show you how you can use Ollama and all, but yeah, for now we are good. So these two libraries I am going to use in today's session. There are more libraries that I am going to use, so let me mention those also. FastAPI I am going to use today. UVCon I am going to use today. Then parenting I will be using. And what am I using? IPI kernel. What is IPI kernel, guys? So before showing you the actual code, I am going to show you through the Jupyter notebook, right? Now to use Jupyter notebook in your new environment, you have to install this IPI kernel. Okay, that's mandatory that you have to do it. So that is why I am adding it here. Now to install all these things in my environment, I have to run this command, pip install -r requirements.txt. Make sure your terminal inside in this folder only. Like basic LLM app is my folder name, and my requirements file is inside this only. Now what I am doing? I am doing simple thing, pip install -r requirements.txt. If I just execute this code, you will see it will start install all of my libraries. So okay, so let it install. Meanwhile, let me create the Jupyter notebook file. So the file name is advanced rag basic LLM. Okay, .ipynb. So if I press enter and if I click on this code, we'll find that it's like coming like a Jupyter notebook, and this is the Jupyter notebook, guys, that we can open inside VS Code. Okay, now before executing anything, what I need to do, I need to select the kernel and I have to go to Python environments. This development one today only I created in front of you. I am going to choose this one. Okay, and I am good now. Now what I need to do, I need to import few things, because as I said, I am going to show you how you can use OpenAI and Ollama to connect different LLMs. So what I am going to do now, first I am going to import it. So I am importing from LangChain _OpenAI import chat OpenAI. Okay, chat OpenAI. Okay, chat OpenAI, as well as I am going to import Ollama, because anyways I am going to show you Ollama also. So I am showing both of this. So from LangChain OpenAI import chat OpenAI, and from LangChain Ollama import chat Ollama. Okay, this two I am importing. I am importing another thing. I think I forgot to add that. I have to add another thing that I forgot to add, that is .env. Why .env? Because I am going to use few environment variables inside my code, so that is I need to install that. So again I am going to run this command so that it installs this .env thing also. So now I need to import this .env thing also. So what I need to import from .env, import load _ .env. Okay, and I am going to call this .env. Okay, yeah. So what will happen now? Whatever environment variable that I will be creating now, it can refer those environment variable while executing my code. but right now we do not have any environment variable. I will create it. Okay, so let me create the environment variable. Now to create a new environment variable, you need to do .env. If you give .env, it will come up. Okay, so now see guys, to access OpenAI models, you need to get OpenAI API keys. Okay, I'm not going to show you how you can get it. Okay, but I have the API key that I'm going to show you how you can get the API key and how you can use that API key to connect OpenAI with your LangChain. Okay, so for that I have my API key already. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy that code that I have already. Okay, so let me copy it and let me paste it here. Okay, yeah, so this is my OpenAI API key. Anyways, after this video I am going to delete this API key, so please do not try with this API key. It don't work. I will delete it from my system. Okay, you may not be able to use it after watching this video. Okay, fine. So I have defined the API key, because if you do not have the API key, you cannot access OpenAI models. Okay, why I am keeping inside environment variable? Because this is a security measure that we perform. I do not want to show my API key because it is a sensitive thing, right? So I cannot show my API key. That's why I'm keeping it inside .env file, so that even if I execute my code here, you cannot see any API keys. Okay, for security purpose. And this load.vlme, when we call it, it will by default make sure that my notebook is connected with this environment variable, so it will automatically take it when we call it. Okay, so now how we can connect with OpenAI models, right? Let's discuss about it. So how we can connect? Simple guys, I have imported chat OpenAI, I have imported chat Ollama. So let me show you first for chat OpenAI. Okay, so I am going to create a new variable LLM equals to chat OpenAI. Now inside chat OpenAI, if you see, if I hover over it, you can see name. There are different kind of parameters you can see, but right now we are just going to focus on two important parameters. First, which model we are going to call, I mean which LLM model we want to call. So right now you can pass model equals to, I am going to call GPT 3.5 Turbo. Okay, because it incur also less money, that is why. And the temperature equals to 0. So what does that mean here? What's going on here? So what I am doing, I have created one new variable LLM. Inside that I have defined my chat OpenAI variable. Okay, not the variable, sorry, chat OpenAI library. Okay, so I am not chat OpenAI library, sorry, chat OpenAI method. Okay, it is there inside LangChain OpenAI library. Okay, so now what will happen when I am calling chat OpenAI? Inside chat OpenAI, I have to provide the model name. I have provided here, and my temperature. What is temperature, guys? So whenever we are going to hit to our LLM, so based on the temperature value, this LLM will react. What does it mean react? If I give temperature 0, while answering, LLM don't think much. But if I give temperature 1, which is the maximum value that we can pass, LLM will think too much before answering. Okay, it may think, it may be more creative while answering. So this temperature value ranges from 0 till 1. You can give any values between 0 till 1. Okay, and as you keep on increasing the value, this LLM will be more creative while answering your questions. But right now I do not want that LLM shows its creativity, so that is why I am keeping the temperature value 0 right now. Okay, great. Now this is the model. If you want to know more about models, how many models are there, you can go to their documentation and you can see it. Right now I am not showing you, but this is a good model, GPT 3.5 Turbo. Okay, so see, this ran successfully. So behind the scene, this OpenAI picked this OpenAI API key. Okay, if you do not pass the OpenAI API key, this code won't work. Okay, so you have to give the OpenAI API key if you are using OpenAI models or chat OpenAI method itself. Okay, so by default it took this API key in its calculation, that is why it is working perfectly fine. So now let's hit our LLM. So to hit our LLM, you have to simple called LLM.invoke, and I'm invoking something like hello, how are you today? So I am going to ask LLM that, okay, hello, how are you today? Okay, so by calling this, we are going to get the response from the LLM. See, When I hit this hello, how are you today, I got some AI message response from the LLM. What is the response? Hello, I'm just a computer program. I do not have feelings, but I'm here to ready to assist you. How can I help you today? And apart from that, you can see a lot many different kind of values, different kind of metadata. But right now I am more interested on the content, right? See, here is content is coming, right? So I'm more interested on this content section. So I'm more interested on this section. So what I need to do for that, I need to do dot content. If I do dot content, I will only get the response. I don't see the metadata. I do not want to see it. See, right now I am getting the response from the LLM. Now there is another example that I want to show you. Okay, so let me show the example. So the example is, see, right now you have asked LLM that who are you, I mean how are you today. It is saying I am just a computer program, I do not have feelings and all. Okay, but let's say you want that LLM behaves like something. Okay, you want LLM to behave like something. So this is a below example for that. So here I am saying I am providing messages. Inside the messages I am providing the list, and inside list I have two tuples. If you see, I have two tuples. So the first tuple contains system and the message. So what is system? System means here you mention how LLM will think about him while responding back to you. So here I am saying as a system message that you think yourself that you are a talented data scientist who excels at Python programming. You had a BSc maths. Yeah, you had a BSc in maths and an MSc in data science. So I am telling LLM that when you answer, you think yourself like this system message. Okay, and then I'm asking you one question as a human that hey, who are you? Now if I ask this question and if I execute, you will see some different output. See, now it is saying hello, I am a talented data scientist with expertise in Python programming. I have a BSc in maths and an MSc in data science. How can I assist you today? So now you see the behavior of LLM is completely changed now, because in the system you have provided that how it has to behave, right? So that's how you can change the system message. Okay, so this is the very basic example how you can connect OpenAI models with LangChain. Now I am going to show you for Ollama. You should use Ollama, guys, if you do not want to pay for OpenAI subscriptions, right? So let me show you how you can do that. So for that, what I need to do, I need to go to this one, and I have to find on the internet Ollama. You search Ollama, you will find ollama.com. You just go inside this ollama.com, and if you go to model section, so you can see this is the Ollama page. If you want to download Ollama, I mean you have to download Ollama anyways. So what you need to do, you need to click on this download section. If you click on this download, it will download Ollama in this system. Okay, and as you can see, it has multiple models. See, GPT OSS, Qwen 3, DeepSeek, Gamma 3, GLM, Embedding Gamma, Qwen 3, and Llama 3.1, Llama 3.2, Nomic Embed, Mistral. Different kind of embedding and chat models, those are available in this Ollama section. Okay, so you can use any one of the models and you can use in your system. Now this, see guys, these models will take space from your system, so make sure that you know how much space you have in your laptop. Accordingly you need to use it. Okay, so how you can do it, first you download this Ollama. Once you have downloaded it and installed it, you just simple search Ollama. Okay, you just simple search Ollama. I mean just go here and search Ollama. When you search that, let me show you something. So if I show you right now, if you see here, right, this section, and here you will be able to see Ollama. This Ollama should be running in behind the scene, guys. Okay, you have to make sure that Ollama should be running behind the scene. So as you can see, Ollama is running right now in my system. So what I need to do now, simple, I just go and open my command prompt. Okay, I'm going to open my command prompt, and I am going to run a command Ollama list. if I run Ollama list, it will show you that how many models you have downloaded in your system. So right now I have downloaded 2 models that was there. I think 6 months ago I have pulled this model and it is still there. Okay, these 2 models that I had, but in your case it may not be the scenario. Now to download it, what you need to do, simply you need to call Ollama pull, then the model name like Llama 3 latest. Okay, if you run this command, that I'm not going to run because this is already there in my system. If you run this command, it will automatically download Ollama in your system. Okay, then you can access this LLM from your system and it is completely for free. So for this you no need to use any API key, nothing. You just download it in your system and use this LLM to do your job. Okay everyone. Now as we have seen how we can download Ollama in our system and how we can pull different kind of models, what I am going to show you now how you can use Ollama now here instead of OpenAI. Okay, so mostly guys the code will be same. Okay, so there won't be much difference. I'm going to show you by pasting the code directly. I'm importing Ollama from Chat Ollama, then I'm providing Chat Ollama, then the name, model name. As you have seen, I have downloaded Ollama 3, the latest. It was showing when I was running Ollama list command. So when you run that Ollama list command, you should be able to see the model name, and the same model name you have to pass here. Okay, same model name you have to pass here. I'm asking the same question. Hey, who are you, bro? I'm asking this question. Now what will happen? It will try to answer me this question by hitting Llama model from my system. So now you may find the answer will take some time to come because it's now hitting my system. It's not hitting the any server. So it depends how your system is doing, how strong your system is. Accordingly it will always get back to you. So again you can see we got the response like I'm just an AI, not a human. I don't have any personal identity and so on and so forth. So like above I have already showed you that how you can change LLM's behavior by giving a system prompt or system message. Same you can do it for Ollama also. Same example, same thing. I am showing in the system that you are a talented psychologist who excels at helping people with their mental health. You had an BSc in psychology and MSc in clinical psychology. So this is the system prompt I have given for this model. Now if I try to hit it and if I try to send the messages like hey, who are you, you will see the response will come based on the system prompt or system message that I have given here. Okay, so it may take some time because my system is also pulling too much memory here, but you got the answer. So it's coming like, nice to meet you, I am Dr. something, a licensed clinical psychologist with a passion for helping individuals overcome various mental health challenges and so on and so forth. So yeah, so this is how guys you can access LLMs using LangChain through OpenAI or Ollama. Okay, so we are good so far. So now let's build a app. Okay, let's build a chat app with the knowledge whatever we have learned so far, and let's build an app. Okay, now to build an app we are going to do few things. Okay, so first what I am going to do, I am going to create a py file. Okay, the py file name is app.py. so whatever code I am going to write, I am going to write all this code here. Okay, great. Now let me build a chat app. Okay, using FastAPI and maybe OpenAI models. Okay, so now let me import few things. So I'm importing few things. I'm importing import OS. I'm importing from FastAPI, import FastAPI and request. I'm importing middleware's course middleware, which is not required in my core currently, so you can ignore that. I've imported from FastAPI static files, import static files, Jinja template, base model, load VNB, chat OpenAI, and system message and human message. Okay, so I have imported few things from FastAPI, from LangChain, and from .env, because .env I am going to use because right now I am going to show you this thing through OpenAI models. Okay, now if you do not have any idea about FastAPI guys, I am going to come up with a full course on FastAPI also, so stay tuned for that. So right now I'm going to show you how you can use FastAPI to build an app. Why? Because see guys, FastAPI is mostly used now. Flask was there which was getting used before, but people are preferring FastAPI more now, so that is why we are focusing on FastAPI. Okay, so how first you need to do? Simple. First you need to build your FastAPI thing. So for that you need to call this FastAPI. So once you call this FastAPI, you will have your FastAPI. Okay, so this app will contain the FastAPI instance in our hand. Okay, so now what you are going to do now? So right now I am going to paste one code and I am going to explain now. So app.mount. So I am telling you try to mount whatever static files are there inside this static folder. We do not have any static folder yet that I am going to create, but I am saying app.mount static. So I am saying inside static folder you can pick whatever will be there and you can pick it as a static files. And for Ginger template, which is a template that I am going to implement again, you can find those templates inside templates folder. Okay, so let me create two folders here. One is static and another one is templates. Why we are doing it? See guys, we are going to build one UI also, right? Because chat interface will be the UI, right? Now to connect that UI with our code, we need FastAPI. So using FastAPI, we can connect our Python with those UI so that we can build our full chat app, right? So I have created one folder static. I am going to create another folder templates. Okay, templates. Great. Now I am going to copy paste few commands. So inside the templates folder, I am going to create a new file index.html, and this HTML file will contain the chat interface. Okay, this HTML file will contain the chat interface. Okay, so this is the code. You can take time and go through the code. I'm not going to explain this UI code right now. And inside static, what I am going to do? Inside static, I am going to create two files. One is CSS. Okay, so inside CSS I will define the stylings, whatever I am going to show you here. So let me define that. Okay, I have defined the stylings here, and now what I am going to do, I am going to create a new file script.js. Okay, so inside script.js also I am going to again have a new file and new content on top of it. So this script.js, style.css and index.html will help us to have a very beautiful UI. And now by writing code inside this app.py, we are going to connect that UI with our code. Okay, great. So now what I am going to do guys, simple. I am trying to call my LLM, because this LLM is something I need to define. So I am defining LLM equals to chat OpenAI. Right now I am using a new model GPT-4o mini, and I am again giving temperature value as 0. Okay, I am not passing the OpenAI API key because it will automatically take it by calling this load_.env. Okay, so when I have provided LLM equals to chat OpenAI, and I have provided that it is a model GPT-4o mini and the temperature will be 0. Okay, so I have defined my LLM. So now what I am going to do, I am going to define my system prompt. Okay, I have already showed you what system prompt does. It changes the behavior of the LLM, right? However you want this LLM to behave, you can define that in the system prompt. So here I am defining a system prompt that you are a friendly and clear AI assistant. Answer briefly unless the user asks for details. Simple thing guys, simple system prompt. Okay, so now I am going to create one new class. Okay, this class is query and this is a base model. So from Pydantic I am calling the base model so that I can maintain the structure. Okay, to maintain the structure generally we use Pydantic, right? So that is why I am maintaining Pydantic here using base model, and it will be a query. So whenever user will ask the question, the input should be like the question, and then LLM should automatically answer based on the question. Okay, okay. Now what I am going to do, I am going to copy and paste few lines here so that you get it. Okay, yeah. So here what I am doing here, I am saying app.get. So here I am using get method. So whenever we are going to hit our local host, or whenever we are going to hit our index page, it should show you the index page like index.html. That's what I'm telling. When you hit the URL for the first time, it should show you the index.html. I mean the design that we have just now copied and pasted inside this index.html. Now there is another route for post method. So this post method has a method called ask. So whenever we are going to hit our LLM, it is actually going to hit this ask method or ask route, you can say. Okay, it is going to hit this ask route. Then it is going to call this function called ask question. Okay, so whenever I am going to pass some query inside the UI, it is going to call this ask question function, and inside this function this query will go as an input. And when it will go inside as an input, see, I have created one list of messages here. So this message contains two things: the system message that I have already showed you, and the content of the system prompt, and the human message. What is the human message here? The human message is the query.question. Why query.question? Because this query is this pydantic thing, right? So that is why I am saying query. So this query has a key question, right? So that is why I am doing query.question. So this query will contain this key question. Inside this question we will have the actual question that we are going to ask. So this is the question, is a key here, and the value will be whatever question we are going to ask. So that is why query.question. So question will contain the question that we are going to ask. Okay, so this, the whole message will go inside this LLM. So LLM.invoke. So when you call LLM.invoke, it is actually going to hit the LLM with these details. Okay, and then inside the answer we are saving our output. So answer is the key, and in the output we are going to see whatever our LLM is going to respond. Okay, so I think we are good with our full code, guys. So what I need to do now, I need to hit our LLM, or I need to run my code. Now to run my code, you have to run few commands. Let me tell you what command you need to run. You need to run uvcon app:app. Why app:app, guys? Because see, first I have to pass the file name. I want to run this app.py, so that is why I am providing app. Okay, because the file name is app. Now if you recall, I have provided app equals to FastAPI. You need to provide this also. So that is why I am providing app:app. Okay, then reload, host, then port 8000. So the whole thing will run on 8000 port, and I press enter. When I press enter, you will see it is showing that I am getting one error that Jinja 2 must be installed to use Jinja 2 template. So I forgot to install Jinja 2 template. So what I do now, inside the requirements.txt, I am going to provide it the Jinja 2. Yeah, as you can see, it is throwing the error. So what I need to do, I need to install Jinja 2 in my environment. So I have added Jinja 2 inside my requirements.txt file, and simple I am again going to do the pip install so that it installs Jinja 2 in the environment. So Jinja 2 has installed properly. Now let's run the same command again. Now when I am hitting the same command, see, it's now showing that it's running. So let's go our localhost and let's hit. So when I'm hitting localhost 8000, see, this is the UI. So the index.html was containing this UI code only. So this is the chatbot UI interface that we have now. So if I ask any questions, you will get the response. See, if I ask hi now, see, it will show you the response. See, hello, how can I assist you today? And if I go back to my code, you will see it's showing 2000 OK, 200 OK, 200 OK. 200 OK means it was successfully able to hit our LLM. It was successfully able to give us the output. So that is why it is showing that 200 OK. Okay. So now we can ask any question. Let me ask, who are you? If I ask who are you, see, now it is showing I am an AI assistant here to help you with the information, answer your question. How can I assist you today? So tell me 4 plus 5. Okay, if I ask this question, so saying 4 plus 5 equals 9, it is able to answer. So if I ask who is the CEO of Alphabet, if I ask this question now, see, as of October 2023, the CEO of Alphabet is Sundar Pichai. Okay, so this is how LLM is answering, and this is the app that we have built today, guys. Again, this is the very basic thing that we did today, that how we can connect OpenAI and Ollama. But if you do not have any idea regarding this LangChain or LLMs, I would say this is a very good start. Okay, if you are following me really, then I would suggest you, please try to implement the same in your system. Try to change something, try to implement it, so that you get more idea by developing it by yourself. If you only watch my videos, it won't help you unless you are actually doing it by yourself. So I would suggest, guys, please do it. So that's all for today's video. So tomorrow onwards, I'm going to come up with RAG. What is RAG? I'm going to discuss about it in very detail. Then we are going to start with the further implementations. So thank you guys for watching this video. We'll catch up tomorrow. Bye.